out here.
Well, you'd be the
I
first
guess to go
one,
first, yeah.
and then Bill, and then me, and then Keith,
I'm last.
Harry,
And Jenny if she wants to.
Harry, and
Harry
Jenny.
and then
Well,
Jenny.
Jenny may not want to. I don't know. To ask her.
I do. Thank you.
Good.
I just
Oh,
waited if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
Thank
right.
you.
So
Thank
Okay.
you're after Harry. So
And
that's
we are
the
now live on Facebook. So here we are, the Dallas Songwriters Association, again on a Wednesday night. Your time to tune in and be virtual with our open mic. Tonight, our host is Mr. Ace Pounder and his banjo.
absolutely. All right, let me see if I can. Oh, I don't have the ability to make myself the
Yes, you do. You're a co-host guest.
spotlight. I got spotlight for everyone.
That's you. That
That's
I
you.
just did it.
Oh, there
I
we
did it for
go.
you. But
Okay.
that is spotlight for everyone is the spotlight.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. All right. All
Mhm.
right. See, you got to know the language here.
And if somebody else is spotlighted, hit replace spotlight.
Yeah, that right. Okay. Everybody knows technology is not my close personal friend. All right. Well, welcome to our evening, the Dallas Songwriters. We hope to entertain you. And I am going to begin with a song I wrote about this very activity. Well, welcome to our party. We hope to make you smile. At least forget your problems for a while. You needn't leave your laptop or even leave the room for the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. With a pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. Well, what a cast of characters we have for you online. Pretty soon we'll have you feeling fine. With wit and Texas wisdom, we'll banish doom and gloom at the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. With a pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in your room. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. With a pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. We'll play for you like we're sitting in the room. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. So sip the beverage of your choice and listen to the voice of the pretty darn good Opry on Zoom. There. All right, that's our
Good introduction.
that's our introduction. So we move to, I believe, Barbie. Are you next? Do I have that correct?
I would like to say that is correct, but indeed it's not. I
Ah.
actually beat her to the punch.
All right, Mister, the man they call Mister Bill Martin.
Pretty close. Well, if imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, Wayne Gathright should probably notice that I think I stole a lot of his. This song favors some of his stuff. At least I think of him when I hit a certain part of the song. So I think I probably stole something from him. This is a song I tried to play a few weeks ago, and I completely forgot the melody. Wound up singing Brown Eyed Girl melody, which was not what I intended to do. And this is probably going to be another one-off. It may turn into a good song, but at this point it's not. There is really no one else that I'd rather be than me. 'Cause there is really no one else who I'd rather be with than to be with you. I was meant for you, and maybe you were meant for me. So there is really no one else that I'd rather be with than to be with you. I'm the only one like me, and you're the only one like you. I'm someone who truly loves you. I'd rather be with you than to be with anyone else. And I'd rather be here with you. If arms could speak, they'd want to hold you. If hands could, they'd want to touch you. If hearts don't break, I'd live forever with you. I can't imagine where I'd be without you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'd rather be with you than to be with anyone else. And I'd rather be here with you. If arms could speak, they'd want to hold you. If hands could talk, they'd want to touch you. If hearts don't break, I'd live forever with you. I can't imagine where I'd be without you. I'd rather be with you than to be with anyone else. And I'd rather be here with you. I'd rather be with you than to be with anyone else. And I'd rather be here with you.
All right. No, I don't think I've ever heard that one before. It doesn't sound familiar to me.
Well, yeah, that's because I noodled with it completely differently last time. The lyrics were the same, but the melody and the chord progression was not.
That's part of the creative process, my friend. I just spent
Yeah.
today. I just spent 4 hours tearing apart something that I had recorded when I realized that it wasn't right. So that's
Oh, that's
the
terrible.
artistic process. So what can you do?
Yeah, mistakes are part of it. Sometimes they turn into
Absolutely.
the actual keeper.
Yeah, here. All right. Well, without any further
Barbie.
ado, we have. Oh, there she is, Ms. Barbie McMillen, the lovely Barbie
me-
McMillen.
Thank you. Ah, can you hear that?
No, what it does, what little we
Affirmative.
hear sounds terrible.
No,
Alrighty.
you sound perfect as always.
Now it sounds great. Whatever you did, yes.
Okay, I just turned the original sound on. That is so weird because, I don't know, anyway. Oh, wait a second. I've got a cord stuck down here. I'm trying to get to it.
Does anybody want to scat knowing full well that it's going to be out of sync? Ooh-ah, ooh-ah.
almost daylight. Turned on the light, and for the 100th time, I read your words on a page. Now it seems like years since you were here in our home in the den with our friends, all singing with you. I'm so afraid of my yesterdays. Memories blend to a milky haze. My mind's a craze, my heart's ablaze with thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you. The fall's here and winter's near, but the cold grabbed my bones, turned to stone when I last saw your eyes. There's a man in my room with a wooden head, someone to fill your place in the bed. Haven't even heard a word or said, for thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you. The fall's here and winter's near, but the cold grabbed my bones, turned to stone when I last saw your eyes. What would we be doing? What would we say? There's a chill in my soul since I lost you that day. My life is gray, I've gone astray with thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you. Now it's all been said, my heart has bled. Now I smile for a while when I file away my thoughts of you. Now I smile for a while as I file away my thoughts of you. Thoughts of you. I can't shut out my thoughts of you.
Just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Thank you.
Just beautiful. All right.
Barb,
speak-
did y'all ever try for a record deal when you had you using that band?
Yeah.
Did y'all have any
Mhm.
luck with that at all?
Nope. We weren't country enough for country, but we were too country for pop.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's every you know.
we
Today,
love the
country
music
pop
business.
is the thing.
I know. I mean,
Sing
we
a
were
pop
ahead of our
song wearing a-
times.
Sing a pop song wearing a cowboy hat, and you are
Yeah.
mainstream country.
We were ahead of our time, really. We weren't, it was crazy. Yeah.
That's
So yeah, I shopped my songs around and stuff.
All right. Well, now we move to Mr. Keith Dodson, if I'm correct, because then Harry, right, is after you, right?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Good.
Okay. I promise I tuned this beforehand. Wow. Come on. Well, my tuner's not saying anything, so maybe the battery's gone. Maybe that's good. I'll have it replaced by tomorrow night. So, okay, we'll just. Oh, that's driving me.
Close enough for rock and roll.
Oh, that sounds awful.
That's when you say it's an artistic choice.
Well, actually, what I'm doing is I'm putting on the stage show that Leo Kottke performed 2 weeks ago down in Houston.
Is he the one who used to do the joke about the Japanese song tuning?
I
one of those
think
guys,
just
too.
about everybody does that joke. But basically, a Leo Kottke's concert is, 40 minutes of tuning followed by 3 minutes of song. But then every song has a different tuning, and he used to play a 12-string on stage. So. Anyway, here we go. One day I launched my browser, pure knowledge to acquire. An image came upon my screen, it set my heart on fire. Well, she smiled at me with big brown eyes, too lovely to describe. And she asked me to like her and also to subscribe. She's the girl of my dreams. I saw her on the net. Well, it started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. But now she shows up everywhere, cat videos and spam, recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. Well, I really just had to meet her. I clicked to find her store. I bought 3 t-shirts and a mug, a tote bag and much more. But to a message down below, lovesick eyes were drawn. To really get to know me, just join my Patreon. She's the girl of my dreams. I saw her on the net. Well, it started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. But now she shows up everywhere, cat videos and spam, recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. Well, I finally got to meet her. I'm happy to report her page tells all about her and her levels of support. For inside information and exclusive streams deluxe, I can join her inner circle 1 month for $30. This girl of my dreams, I saw her on the net. Well, it started with a Facebook meme, the subject I forget. But now she shows up everywhere, cat videos and spam, recommended by YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. I'll follow her on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and WhatsApp and rock, girl of my streams.
A contemporary love song, to be sure.
A love song for the digital age.
For the digital age. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for the digital age, we go back to 1 million years ago,
BC.
BC, to Mr. Harry.
He crawled right out of Tahoka Lake
He crawled.
and handed the,
The
horn,
creature-
handed
There you go,
the
the-
sword
the-
directly to Stephen F. Austin.
The monster of Tahoka Lake. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
yes, nice.
There probably was one once upon a time, back, a million years ago. Well, okay. Anyway.
Before you start, you are your original sound for music.
Oh, I bet I'm not. I bet it's all okay. We can rely on Bill for that. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
There we go. I had my unoriginal sound on. I think I'm gonna do this song Saturday, so I better try it once here. Go there. Ain't no family on this farm anymore. Goes like this. Ain't no fence, ain't no yard, ain't no ruts where a pickup parks, ain't no windmill fan a turning, ain't no trash out back a burning, ain't no tractor, ain't no plow, ain't no bull waiting for a cow, ain't no mother, brother or sister waving at daddy on his cultivator, ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying, ain't no one looking for a school bus coming. There ain't no family on this farm anymore. And there ain't no town in walking distance where you can go to do all your business. Ain't no banker can lend you money. Ain't no grocer can sell your honey. Ain't no service station attendant can pump your gas and wash your windows. Ain't no neighbor can give you help when they sell your stuff at the courthouse steps. Ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying, ain't no one hoping to have a bank note burning. There ain't no family on this farm anymore. Ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying, ain't no one left to vote for the Democrats or to make their kids go to Baptist Training Union every Sunday night. 52 weeks out of the year, every darn year, till they're 18 years old. There ain't no family on this farm anymore. Ain't no laughing, ain't no crying, ain't no living, ain't no dying, ain't no one praying for the judgment coming. There ain't no family on this farm anymore. There we go.
That is a world-class song, man. That definitely is. Thank you.
I've got a world-class song, but it's got a dirty old man on the end of it.
That's a different world-class song.
Barb doesn't like me to sing that song. I don't.
Oh, come on. We all know.
I don't think she liked.
We know about you. All right, now wait now we
I
have
like
something
that song.
exciting. Oh, thank you, thank you. You got it. We have a new person. This is very exciting. This is Jenny, and she can introduce herself and tell how wonderful she is, and then play some music.
Thank you very much. So I don't know how to play an instrument. I intend on pursuing my musical career path with song sampling because I'm a slow learner. So I've sat next to deeply talented musicians and sat in awe. And you can pray for me that one day I learn how to use this piano and this guitar sitting right here. But as for now, I'm scared of both of them. So I'm going to read my lyrics. So this is a song about I want my sounds to be like the Butthole Surfers, which aren't really country, but maybe a Butthole Surfer version of country, if you will. I also like Georgia Satellites a lot. And I love Big and Rich. So those are, when I say my lyrics, that's kind of the energy that I want to bring to, that's why I would want to pursue this. So this one is, some of my songs are a little gloomy today. This one is son on son, dad's the wrong one. Bro on bro, dad's the wrong one. My heart breaks, mom's hearts break, dad's hearts break, bro's hearts break, sisters' hearts break, kids' hearts break. All one son, all one son. We are all one, walk under the same sun. And that's it. So that might have like a, if you could do a country reggae fusion, that's where I'd do that with those lyrics. Thank you.
Anything involving country reggae fusion sounds cool to me. So thank you,
Thanks.
thank you, thank you.
Thanks.
Well, hold on and come on with another one when we get around the guitar, as it were. All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. I guess that means it's time for me. Yes. All right. That's cool. There. I'm changing instruments. That's the kind of guy I am. Now this is admittedly a very silly song, but well, I think you'll see the point of it as I go along. You know, as I may have mentioned, I used to be have a bunch of friends who were professional clowns, and I mean Ringling Brothers, kind of the real thing. And it was a weird group to be part of. I will tell you that. And but they were interesting folk. And one of the things they constantly told me about was clownism. Clowns are not to be made fun of. They're supposed to make fun for you. So anyway, so you know, I noticed that in contemporary speech, contemporary parlance, the word clown is often used in a critical fashion. So I decided to write a song for clowns, and this is called "We're Unfair to Clowns." What a clown, you hear folks say about someone on the TV, to loudly mock or put somebody down. But have you ever stopped to consider whether that's really kosher to insult folks who wear a grease paint smile or frown? We're unfair to clowns. We're unfair to clowns. There's no reason to put them down. Yet they're grouped with crank fanatics who keep their ants tied up in attics, but actually they seem much more down. We're unfair to clowns. We're unfair to clowns. There's no reason to put them down. They only seek to entertain your funny bone or perhaps your brain when their pants fall to the ground. We're unfair to clowns. It isn't fair to blame them for the idiots you meet. Clowns are performing artists whose families got to eat. We're unfair to clowns. We're unfair to clowns. There's no reason to put them down. So let us try not to cite them in contemporary politics or social mayhem. Blaming them is out of bounds. We're unfair to clowns. Unfair to clowns. Unfair to clowns. There to our clown friends who are tired of being compared to politicians and people on other people on TV. So, all right, without further ado, from silliness to brilliance, we go.
That was
Mr. Bill Martin.
very, very well spoken, because this song is absolutely brilliant, and this is the first time you've ever heard it. This first time I've ever played it, in fact. My grandfather wrote the words, so it started out as a poem. Verse, 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 verse. And I decided I was going to go verse, verse, last verse, I'll use the chorus. Then I'm going to improvise a solo. And then another verse. And then I'm going to do the chorus. And I'm going to do the last couple of lines, of the chorus, which, when it was a poem, was the last verse. So anyway, grandfather wrote he was probably in college. And is brand new. Do you know where the bluebirds winter? How the chimney sweep fastens her nest? Why the whippoorwill's note is so mournful? Where the plump purple grapes are the best? Can you tell where the bluebells are thickest? Where the lazy trout basks in the sun? Where the yellow plums ripen the quickest? How the black snake devises to run? You may have read books by the 100. You may solve every problem with ease. Yet I will not say you are learned until you can answer these. Do you know where the tall pines whisper, where the south wind rustles their leaves, how the squirrel hides food for the winter, how the honey's made by the bees? You may have read books by the 100. You may solve every problem with ease. Yet I will not say you are learned until you can answer answer these. Yet I will not say you are learned until you can answer these. So naturally, it's in its embryonic stage, but I
Well,
thought
we
it might
look-
be fun to do stuff.
Yeah,
that's brand new.
no, I love that. I love it when we try. I mean, the last one was just was just kind of a pulled out of my kazoo. Yeah, that's fun. No, that's part of the fun of this, you know. Yeah, so we look forward to hear how it goes. Yeah, it sounds good so far. It's so cool.
Well, that's good. Thanks.
All
Who's
right,
next?
the lovely,
Say
the
more.
beautiful.
Barbie.
Well, I tried to put on some headphones and they didn't sound, I couldn't hear as good as with the earbuds. So I put the earbuds back in.
We sound great, so whatever it is, it's working.
uh, so I hope, let me know if this drum pattern sounds okay for this song. I won't be using drums, of course, this weekend at Wildflower because I'm going to use the piano they have there. But I will be using it next weekend at Deep Ellum. And so I thought I'd just give it a try tonight and see what it sounds like with this song. Hello, Texas, with your welcoming embrace. Hello, Texas, I love every friendly face. Things are looking great in our Lone Star State. Hello, Texas, you're my favorite place. The sun starts to shine over East Texas pines as a mockingbird sings its praise. The moon's on the wane over West Texas plains as a night starry curtain is raised. Hello, Texas, with your welcoming embrace. Hello, Texas, I love every friendly face. Things are looking great in our Lone Star State. Hello, Texas, you're my favorite place. From the Rio Grande to the Red River Sand and the Gulf of Mexico, our Lone Star flag waves a proud Texas brag as the beauty of our land unfolds. Hello, Texas, with your welcoming embrace. Hello, Texas, I love every friendly face. Things are looking great in our Lone Star State. Hello, Texas, you're my favorite place. Yep, we all reckon it's great to be a Texan as the world turns around again. So open your eyes to a new sunrise. Look up, reach out, and tune in. Hello, Texas, with your welcoming embrace. Hello, Texas, I love every friendly face. Things are looking great in our Lone Star State. Hello, Texas, you're my favorite place. Hello, Texas, with your welcoming embrace. Hello, Texas, I love every friendly face. Things are looking great in our Lone Star State. Hello, Texas, things are looking great in our Lone Star State. Hello, Texas, you're my favorite place.
All right.
I got a frog in my throat.
Hey,
Well,
Barb, do you
so,
have a pattern with brushes in it? The snare sounds a bit stark.
I know it does, doesn't it? I don't think so. I'll look and see. I'll look and see if I got
brushes
a.
would sound good. That type of beat during the verse, and then maybe going to like triplets on the chorus.
I can't change it. I don't have a foot pedal or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, has to be the same thing all the way through.
It was good though.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
love that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
I feel like maybe we should all stand when you sing that. I've got my Lone Star flag back behind me here.
Yeah,
so.
there you go. Waving
I
it
trust
up.
you have your boots on there, buddy.
I have very wide feet. 10 and a half 4E, and boots my size are a special order, and I don't want to risk that.
No. All right, well, Mr. Big Feet, take it away.
Oh, it's my turn. That's
We're going
right.
to refer to him as Bigfoot from now on.
I tell you, in high school gym, during our swimming session, when they did the flutter kick with the kickboard, I was actually beating members of the swim team because I've got duck feet.
I hope you're not in a foul mood.
Oh. Beat me to it. Oh, well. It's not all it's quacked up to be, though. Just normal caveat I give with this song is it is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to any 1970s high school student is strictly coincidental. Can't believe it. She the girl of my dreams, or is she a nightmare? May not be what she seems. Maybe she's lonely. Maybe she's willing. Maybe she's taken. How to approach her? Don't really know the right way. Here comes the panic. Never know what to say. Will she start laughing? Will she start running? Or just ignore me? So is no really so bad? It's the fear that I've always had, but that no is certainly less than the fear that she might say yes. And where would I be? Could I take it from there, or would I falter? Man, I don't have a prayer. She'll find me boring. She'll find me awkward, or she'll just ghost me. So is no really so bad? It's the fear that I've always had, but that no is certainly less than the fear that she might say yes. There she goes now. Guess I missed my shot. It's getting to me. It happens a lot, just like the last time. She gave me no time. Well, maybe next time. Yeah, maybe next time.
I don't think we've heard that before, or at least I don't remember it.
I've played it a few times.
Really? Well, okay. Doesn't yeah. It's
I like it.
It's a deep song, man. Yeah, and that's one of those things that I think that every boy in high school could identify with.
I think so, and it brings back some very awkward memories. So
Yeah, well,
I think that's enough said about that.
Speaking of awkward memories, we go to Harry Hewlett. Oh, come on. There he is. There's that handsome face we've
There he
come
is.
to.
There's right there. I have a something I want to tell Jeannie. If y'all just indulge me just a little bit. I spent several years in New York City, and I joined the Songwriter Guild up there, and I got to meet and get to know Sheila Davis, who was one of the kind of first very respected songwriters. She wrote like books, like she's some big books, the craft of lyric writing and creative lyric writing, and she taught a lot of classes there at the Songwriters Guild in New York City. And I went through one of her workshops, and then I got to go over to her house several times. She lived within walking distance of where I lived, and she would get songwriters over there. You had to pay her like $20 a session or something. But there'd be 6 or 7 of us over there on a Saturday afternoon, and she would go through our lyrics, and she would not let you play the song when you were working on a song. She did not want to hear anything. She didn't want to hear the tune at all. She wouldn't let you do that. Everyone would come to the class with lyrics written on a piece of paper, and would have a copy for everyone in the class. And they would sit there and go through your lyric, and they would just tear it apart, song structure and alliteration and the number of words in the song. That seemed to be a significant thing. If you had a whole bunch of words, that wasn't good, but if you could really make it really concise, like less than 80 words, that was very good. And Sheila Davis, she was from the old school. This was back about 1992 when I was up there. And she was an old lady then, so she had to learn a lot. She studied some of the old songwriters. There was a lot of people that up there in New York City, particularly, people would write lyrics. And then there would be someone that wrote tunes and matched them up to the lyrics, and then they would work together. But she made you get it right, and when she approved of the lyric, and when you had it down, then if you had a tune, you could show her the tune. But a lot of people didn't have tunes. But she went through the whole thing, and I would think I need to go back and look at her books again too. But she had one of the craft of lyric writing and the creative lyric writing. Her name is Sheila Davis, and I don't know what Barbara has to say about that, but it was. I was thinking about you. You said you don't all you do is write lyrics. Well, some people were very successful just doing nothing but write lyrics. But you got to write. You got to write them right, and that's what she was about.
That's what I need. So if y'all want to tear up what I say, tear it up. Like, I want the feedback.
Well, I'm the worst person you want to tear up your song. I'm just saying, I got to meet her and I saw how she did it, but I'm not saying I was ever very good at it. But because I always had a tune in the back of my mind when I was writing a song, but I just wouldn't play it for her because she wouldn't let you do it. Anyway, did you have any comments on that, Barb? Was I out of line saying that? You want?
No, I don't have no comments on it.
But I don't write songs that way, but a lot of people do, and she was strict on it.
Yeah.
So, Dory, what's her name? Dory, she was a member here. Was up there in New York City about the same time I was. She took some of Sheila Davis's class also. Mm-hmm. We might have been in the same classes. We just didn't know each other because we was there about the same time.
She wrote some good books.
Was this at Berkeley?
No, this is in New York. Just at
New York City. New York City.
Well, but I thought Berkeley was in New York City.
No, it's in Boston.
Oh.
Surprise, surprise.
Well, it's all the same up there. You get across the Red River.
Don't tell them that.
Texans.
Yeah, so one of our past presidents was named Sherry Davis, and people would mistake her for Sheila Davis. And she got a lot of respect, Sherry did.
Oh, yeah, Sherry Davis, yeah. Yeah, I told you my story. She was the big speaker at the NSAI, their annual meeting there in Nashville, and I bet there's 200 people in there or more. And she came up to me. I was up there, and I was kind of proud because I kind of knew her. And she came up. She said, "Harry, I want to use one of your songs for my session." And I said, "Okay." I was really proud. And she said, "You don't understand." Said it's it's a perfect example of how not to write a song. That's what. because I had a different metaphor in each verse, and she said you don't mix metaphors, and that was her subject or point she was trying to make that day. Don't mix metaphors.
Mhm.
And anyway, she used my song. I bet she's she's probably not alive anymore,
I don't know.
I had the perfect song for her that day.
We don't really do song critiques though in this. This is just an open mic. We
Yeah.
we save our song critiques for our first Thursday meeting,
Yeah.
which that's when we do song critiques.
Well, I just had to say that. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm just
I'm
telling
really glad
Jenny.
you said it.
Jenny said ask us to critique her song, and I was just saying no, I'm not
Yeah.
going to critique her song because we don't really do that on this session. We do it on the first Thursday meetings. is when
But
we
I
critique.
didn't want. I don't want Jenny to feel bad about not having a song for. I mean, a tune for her song. But when she comes to one of these shows, she can just read her lyrics.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Am I supposed to do a song? Did I take up my time?
Yeah. Get
Am I next?
pass on. No, I'm kidding. Go. Yes.
Rock on.
I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. What fun we had beneath those city lights. But when the sun came up next day in Dallas, she said she saw Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. Since then, how swiftly all the years went by. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if she hadn't seen Lubbock in my eyes. I met a girl, she said her name was Dallas. What fun we had beneath those city lights. I bet you I'd have lived my life in Dallas if I hadn't had Lubbock in my eyes. Don't try to whistle with a harmonica right there touching your lips. Anyway.
Actually, man, you are a terrific whistler. There was a guy.
It was touching me right there though. It was like,
but it was
kinda
still
like-
working, you know.
Yeah, well.
I
No,
wish I could whistle.
I don't know. I thought everybody could whistle, but
No. There's a guy who did jazz who called himself a puccolo player, and he would
puccolo?
whistle. It was very cool. It was very cool. All right, Jenny, favor us with another lyric there.
Thank you. Thanks for the whistling tip too. Sometimes I have a melody. Sometimes I'm like, where is this going? But okay, this is the feel of big and rich, a little Zach Brownish, and maybe some Ophelia in it as well. So Vesuvius, God never gave me hips. Oh, but he gave me lips. But I want to pad my twist. When I walk away, I want cheeks like Kim's. I want that bubbly gift. God never gave me this. Vesuvius, you know I got them bits, but my jeans never fit. Ain't got no cheeks to hit. When I walk away, I want cheeks like Kim's. I want that bubbly gift. God never gave me this. Vesuvius, Vesuvius, God gave me what he wants, but I'm about to erupt. When I walk away, I want cheeks like Kim's. I want that bubbly gift. God never gave me this. Vesuvius, he never asked me this. What do I really want? Jesus, bring on my hips. This is my song complaining that I have no butt.
I understand, man. I had a girlfriend who used to refer to my lack thereof. That's the way she described it. So
That's great. I mean, this is like, when they say, oh, Ophelia, I'm thinking of like Vesuvius. Like, I want it to be like rowdy and fun. And like a lot of women just aren't born with that. And that's
no,
how that was, but it's been like, it's like some women just are born with certain gifts and things, and I'm not. And that's my fun song because I'm sure there's a lot of women around the world who feel just like I do.
Have
All
you ever
right.
tried? Have you ever tried reading your lyrics to a click track?
What's a click track?
A little kind of a metronome-ish kind of thing, or maybe a drum beat that might
Kind of
help you establish the rhythm so that we could understand the rhythm.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I have one. I just don't
Yeah,
know what to
yeah.
do with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get the tempo that you want for your song, and then you can use
that,
that.
that might help people, or especially someone that you want to write a tune for you. Say this is the kind of feel, this is the rhythm,
Yeah,
and this
that's
is
true.
the jive, the jive I want, the groove. That'll if you show them the groove, then it'll help someone compose melodies for it.
If you have GarageBand, it's got a built-in click track,
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
like on your
you.
computer. Do you have an Apple computer?
Uh-huh.
Then
Well,
you have
do
GarageBand.
you have GarageBand?
Okay. I've never opened it. I'm scared of
Okay.
it.
Well, you
Open
have
and
to
experiment with it. It's very cool.
take a little class on GarageBand. I'm sure every junior college in California's got one class.
Okay. Yeah,
What
because it's
are
like,
you are you local to DFW here?
Oh, you're in
what's
San
that?
Antonio. No, she's in San Antonio. I thought
Oh,
she
that's
California.
right,
San
San
Antonio.
Antonio.
San
Okay,
Antonio.
I,
They have
I was
click
going to
tracks
say
in
you
San
could come
Antonio
up. We
too.
could come up and if you could come to Plano tomorrow night, we'll be
Please come
having.
to Plano. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I remember that song, but it was Boston. That's the other side of the Red River, right?
it's that's right. By your definition, it's all the damn same thing.
No, that's New
anyway.
York.
Oh yeah, that's Boston. Well, Boston's a pretty cool town.
But it's like Vesuvius. God never gave me hips. Oh, but he gave me lips. But I want to pad my twist. Like it's kind of like Ace has been like that. It's that feeling of like
Uh huh.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, thank you. Thanks for that.
All right. Well, now we move on to yours truly. This is, I tend to write stuff about home and family and whatever, and this is one of those tunes. I think I'm supposed to do this on Saturday, but we will see. Anyway, this is called "That's All I Really Need." Sweet summer evening with the family I love. The soft fade of sunlight when the stars wake up above. Listening to the warbling of a lone white-winged dove. That's all I really need. dinner with friends at the usual place, laughing with the boys when they get on my case, seeing a big smile enliven your face. That's all I really need. That's all I really need. The rest is just decoration, extra joys and celebration. Wherever life may lead, that's all I really need. The simplest joys are the brightest joys. They brighten the footsteps of life. The most precious facets of my world are the puppies and my wife. Ba boom ba ba, dee ba doom ba ba, dee ba ba, da ba ba ba, ba ba da dee ba da ba, da 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 da. That's all I really need. That's all I really need. The rest is just decoration, extra joys and celebration. Wherever life may lead, that's all I really need. So hug me a little closer before we go to bed. Kneel and pet Muffin, pat Bentley on his head, stopping to appreciate the life we have led. That's all I really need. That's all I really need. For the family. Family joys are the brightest joys. All right, now we move to the handsome and alluring and brilliant Mr. Bill Martin.
Wow, that is just impossible to follow. This next
Thanks,
song
man.
is relatively old compared to the last two I did, but it's relatively new compared to all the others I've done. Someday soon, but I don't know when, we'll be no longer where we've been. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Here's my warning, short and sweet. The one who saves you're going to meet. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years in the tribulation, the covenant broken in the nation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see that salt and light is gone. Believers alive will be taken up, and those who remain will drink the cup. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. bow and tongues confess Jesus is Lord, you'll be cursed or blessed. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. 7 whole years in the tribulation, they'll drink the cup of indignation. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see that salt and light is gone. Here's my warning, short and sweet. The one who saves you're going to meet. I can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Knees will bow and tongues confess Jesus is Lord, be cursed or blessed. Can't say when and I can't say how, but you better be ready, I'm telling you now. Halfway through it'll terribly dawn, and they may see that salt and light is gone.
All right. Powerful and either optimistic or pessimistic, depending on how you look at it, I guess. All right. Oh, let's see.
Here's my warning, short and sweet.
I believe we have now the Mr. Dodson, I believe. Yes.
No, you
Yes.
forgot me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, that's what happens when I don't get a.
I'm next.
Yes. Well, we wouldn't forget you. You're the class of the operation. Come on.
Woman, hanging in the sky. I wish that I knew how to fly. To fly, a voice speaks in my ear. Come fly with me. Come fly with me. But when it comes to the flight, I always lose my foresight and wind up falling with a downwind calling me home. Full moon, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, ya-da-da-da, full moon, illuminate, show the way. Full moon, my head is feeling right, the stars are all aligned tonight. Let's dance, the way is bright and clear. I'll find my love, I'll find my love. But when tonight's run its course, I'll ride the wave back to shore, floating, singing while my feet start bringing me home. Full moon, full moon, the road be clear. Dream on, I feel the atmosphere. Dream on of love. Dream on of love. But with your face again full, I feel the same magic pull. Despite my knowing, with a new fate showing me home. Full moon, full moon, ya da da da, full moon, ya da da da, full moon, illuminate, show the way, show the way. Full
See, I'll never be able to look at the moon again without thinking of that song. So. Cool, thank you, wonderful. Well, and now to Mr. Dodson, who I, in error,
There he is,
introduced before.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Oh God, yes. From now on,
Sasquatch.
Webfoot.
or BF to his friends.
Sasky Squatch.
BF Dodson. I like that.
Donald Duck.
Well, I wish this thing would stay in tune. You know, it was in tune when I bought it.
Tuning is much overrated.
My tuner keeps turning off.
Being in tune is really overrated.
In tuning a Chinese something or other.
Tuning.
Tuning is for the Chinese.
Tuning.
Ah, there we are. We're sharp. Okay, that's got it.
We've always thought you were pretty sharp, so.
Rattlesnake Rita was a cattleman's daughter. She danced with a rattler that she found near Sweetwater, strutting the stages of the great Lone Star State. But dancing with a diamondback is dancing with fate. Now dance, Rita, dance. You know it seems such a strange circumstance. Oh, you look so demure with your reptile leisure, but you're taking a terrible chance. Yes, you're taking a terrible chance. Well, Dimebox Danny fell in love with sweet Rita. He saw her on the stage. Well, he just had to meet her. He stood at that stage door that very same night. When Rita saw Danny, it was love at first sight. Now sway, Rita, sway. Yes, it looks like true love's come your way. But a serpent gets jealous when you're out with other fellas. He could come back and bite you someday. Yes, he'll come back and bite you someday. And the stars in the West Texas sky smile down on the love now rising like a new butterfly. Oh, they strolled down the lane. That viper was quicker. He wrapped round Rita's leg just to try and to trip her. Rita, she stumbled, she fell on her fanny, and as she went down, that old snake bit poor Danny. Now cry, Rita, cry. Oh, dear Lord, don't let poor Danny die. But a serpent, with the toxic old venom that was already in him, he was bound for the sweet by and by. Yes, he's gone to the sweet by and by. Well, that is the end of my tragic little story. Rita's in mourning, Danny's gone to glory, and of that Ophidian the people did dread. Well, they grabbed that slimy varmint and they cut off his head. Now learn, Rita, learn, these toxic relationships spurn. You know it's all black and white with companions that can bite. Some bridges you just have to burn. Yes, some bridges you just have to burn.
I noticed that little sound at the end. That was nice, yes. The ambiguity of life itself. All right, and now we move to the lovely Mr. Harry Hewlett. That's you, good looking.
Unmute myself.
Unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm not proselytizing or whatever you call it with this song, but I like to play it. Bill's kind of a bad influence on me. He does his little religious songs, you know. This isn't really religious, but it's got Savior in it, so I couldn't play it at the Jewish communities, but yeah, but you have to forgive me for that, Seth. But I read this book. This lady gave me this book. I used to work with her. She gave me this book on near-death experience, and shortly after I gave the book back to her, she died. I don't know if she experienced all this or not, but I remember the book, so I wrote this book. It's called My Savior's Light. It's the only way I could write it, but it's kind of a cool little song. It goes like this. They say when I'm near death, it will come. I'll look right at it, though it's brighter than the sun. Like a magnet, its love will beckon me. But my faith alone tells me what I'll see. I will see my Savior's light. That first moment when I die, it will be sweet by and by when I see my Savior's light. And when I give up that final breath of air, they say I'll see my body lying there. I'll feel a peace like I have never had. When I look back, I'll feel no last regret. I will see my Savior's light. That first moment when I die, it will be sweet by and by when I see my Savior's light. But when my body's covered with a sheet and you can't tell my head from my 2 feet, if you cry, don't cry a tear for me. By then he'll have set my spirit free. I will see my Savior's light. That first moment when I die, it will be sweet by and by when I see my Savior's light. I will see my Savior's light. That first moment when I die, it will be sweet by and by when I see my Savior's light. When I see my Savior's light.
I never heard that before. That's great.
Yeah, well. Anyway,
Thank you, sir.
I played that for a guy at the studio when I was doing my little CD down there in Nashville one time. My vanity CD is what it turned out to be. And he pitched that song to somebody that did a lot of gospel songs and stuff, and they didn't. I don't know if they liked it or not, but they said, "Oh, that's hill gospel." So I don't think that's a good thing when they call
Excuse
it
me?
hill gospel.
I think
HILL.
they meant it. It sounds bluegrass. And
It's
so
could be kind of a
so it was
bluegrassy song, yeah.
hillbilly-ish
And
is what they were saying. But
Everett-
that's like, you can't. That's a Monroe song. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bill
yeah.
Monroe.
And
And
But you ever
there's
been to
nothing wrong
Logan?
with
There
Bill
ain't no
Monroe.
hills.
Absolutely, God, no. Hey,
Hey,
if you
that-
ever need a banjo behind you, you know who
Yeah.
to call.
Did I ever
Yeah,
tell y'all
and-
about meeting Bill Monroe?
No.
Chuck Erman, y'all have seen Chuck Erman. He's been on here. I've had him on some of our shows. He's up in New Jersey now, but he lived down in Nashville. I go down and see him, and they've got that little weekly publication, what's going on in Nashville, and we found there was this bar over in Hendersonville, and it was Bill Monroe's would show up there sometime. His band would play, and we thought we'd just go over there. And we got over there early one night, and it's kind of a residential area, but went in this bar, and they had a big stage up there, and there wasn't anybody there. It was just kind of dark in there, and we were just sitting there. And I looked over on the other side of the room, and there's this old man sitting at this table. And I said, "Y'all think that's Bill Monroe?" And Chuck said, "Oh, no, that ain't him." I said, "I'm going to go over and see." So I went over and introduced myself, and it was Bill Monroe. And he had the little Jesus silver lapel on his coat or tie or whatever it was. Had that, he was kind of famous for that. And white hair, and he was an old man. This is probably early '90s, and he wanted to know who we were and all that kind of stuff. And I was asking him about how long he had been doing that. And he said he'd been playing there for years and years and years. The lady that owned this bar, they knew each other from church. They went to church together, and he would come and play with his band, and some people he knew there. They'd get up on the stage, and they'd hold him. When they walk him up on the stage, one guy had one arm, and one guy had the other arm. One of his band members. And they'd walk him up the stairs and get him up on the stage.
About the time he broke his hip there. About
Probably
94.
was, but he sounded just like the Bill Monroe that you saw when he
Of
played.
course.
Just
Oh,
like
Yeah. That's way
Grand
cool.
Ole Opry. I mean, boy, he
Yeah.
played the hell out of it.
That's way
his
cool
fiddle.
to meet him. That's
But it
cool.
was just one of those little things that happen. Just way out there, this little residential area, bar, and go in there, and there's Bill Monroe sitting there, and all of his friends playing music with him. And that's my Bill Monroe story. He died shortly after that.
That was 96 when he died.
Well, this would have been mid '90s when we were there, so he's
Okay.
probably within a year after that.
Because he broke his hip in 94.
Yeah.
And I saw him over at Canton, and they lifted his wheelchair up onto the stage.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't in a wheelchair. He was walking when I saw him.
Well, yeah, it was.
Right
He
before that.
recovered not long after that. The problem was I was wondering if we'd get to see him because he stopped touring for a bit, but he got there. But then the week before, Ralph Stanley fell and broke his hip, so he had his son Ralph too leading the band. He was only 16 years old at the time.
Tough week for bluegrass people.
Yeah,
He was quite a fist fighter. Bill Monroe was. I've read some liner notes and stuff on him. He used to get in a lot of fights and stuff.
He was,
all those guys
he was
did.
an athlete too.
Yeah.
They had a baseball team. They'd go and they'd challenge one of the local teams to a baseball game. Then they'd play at the night. And Bill Monroe played first base.
Huh.
They were tough.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Well, they worked the farm when they didn't have any gigs. The band members worked his farm for him.
That's amazing.
They sure seemed to worship him. I mean, they just all eyes were on him. Guys in the band. I guess they was trying to figure out what his next song was going to be or whatever.
Father of bluegrass, man.
But
Important guy.
they were very intense when they played.
All
So
right.
anyway, that's my
Without-
Bill Monroe story.
Without further ado, let's go to Miss Jenny, because we're getting. I think we're on the last roundup after you. So
I think Jenny should tell us a story about living in San Antonio.
yeah, absolutely.
I'll have to write a song about that. I came here. I knew I wouldn't be here forever, and now it grew on me. Now I love it. I love the food. I love the people. I love the weather.
Where'd you come there
But-
from?
DC.
DC.
I had a friend tell me nobody's from DC. I said, I'm from DC. I mean, everybody in the metropolitan area can just says DC to make it easy. So
Well, you've got an outline now. You just need to flesh it out with some rhythm and rhyme and
thank you.
alliteration.
Yeah.
A click track.
Yeah. Yeah. The people have really grown on me. Like, I'm very charismatic and they're very mellow, but I learned that I have to behave and be mellow when I'm around them.
Just don't forget the
I
Alamo.
love it. Don't forget the Alamo.
And remember, bless your heart has a multitude of different meanings, so be careful using it.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, that can be kind of like a slap in the face, can it? Well, bless your heart.
Yeah.
I'm done trying to fit in here. I'm just gonna be me. But okay, so this is called "She Had Everything." This is a melancholy song, and it's in the it has inspirations. If a person who was writing music, I was gonna sit with them, I would say this is kind of how I want it to sound, and they would kind of shape me up and say, okay, this is maybe what you're thinking, and I would say yeah or no. But it's Amy Grant and Willie Nelson and Brandy Carlisle. So it's got those kind of sounds in it when I say their names. So it's called "She Had Everything." He opened the cage and she flew free. Her wings flapped strong. She had one thing. She swooped down low, flew from side to side, never needing to hide. She had one thing. He locked her cage. She could not breathe. No full color flights did her skies ever bring. Worse than ever, her eyes sunk shut, his little bird with almost nothing but a hand, a chance, a prayer. She had one thing, she had nothing. She had three things, she lost her wings. One thing, her set of wings, nothing his hands could bring. Three things in strong belief, lost wings, now she's empty. Opened her eyes, saw a new world, kept her locked in, few flights anymore. He gazed at her soft, perfect fur, gave her it all, she lacked none at all. Gave her it all, she lacked none at all. She had everything, she had everything, she had everything, but not what wings could bring. She had one thing, she had nothing. She had three things, she lost her wings. One thing, her set of wings, nothing his hands could bring. Three things in strong belief, lost wings, now she's empty.
I can hear that. I can hear that. Yeah. Got to practice that piano or guitar so you can sing these things. That's part of the fun. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, now we go to this, I believe, this Ace Pounder character. I think that we are probably coming around the last roundup with the songs, but we will see what we will see. I will try not to do an inspirational instrumental here, so I'll keep it down to a low roar. This is called Ain't It Great to Be Alive? Well, stepping down the street on a fine autumn day with my love and our dogs in a family kind of way. We smile at the neighbors and we can't help but say, ain't it great to be alive? Well, skipping through the colors of deciduous leaves, sniffing the aromas of the juniper trees, hearing all the ravens cawing in the trees. Ain't it great to be alive? Well, every everybody's got their troubles. There's always something the philosophers say. But objectively, in terms of this planet, we're really doing more than okay. Ain't it great to be alive? 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 Well, shoo-ba-da-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo-ba, rabba-dee-ba-ba-boo-ba-doo-ba-da-ba-doo-ba, rabba-ba-ba-ba-boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba. Ain't it great to be alive? Well, you know, everybody's got their troubles. There's always something the philosophers say. But objectively, in terms of this planet, we're really doing more than okay. Ain't it great to be alive? 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 Well, puppies follow noses through the fluttering of color. Each walk is savored gratefully like a family adventure. They bump into our legs as they crash into each other. Ain't it great to be alive? Well, you know, everybody's got their trouble. There's always something the philosophers say. But objectively, in terms of this planet, we're really doing more than okay. Ain't it great to be alive? 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 There. Uncharacteristically optimistic, I know, but all right. And without further ado, Bill, you're the next guy. I'm sorry, I can't find my list of things. Right, or is it you or Barbie? No, it's Bill. I'm going with Bill unless Barbie yells. So no, we're cool. Okay, Mr. Bill, as they call him.
Okay, here we go. You've got something to live for, guaranteed love and a good life in store. I've got nothing to live for without the love from the girl I adore. Am I lying? Is this true? Can't you tell how I feel for you? Bloodshot eyes can't hide the way I feel. Mindless speeches can't reveal what I would like to say to you. Things I could give to you and only you. I love you and only you. I love you. I love you.
We love you too, Bill.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
great ending chord too, may I say.
Yeah.
As a fellow devotee of ending chords, that was lovely.
That's right, the major seventh.
No, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I don't recognize that. You're
Oh,
not
I came
doing...
up with that thing. I was in like my second year of college.
Okay, well, you haven't played it enough. You need to play it more. That's all.
Wow, thanks.
Man, groovy. All right. And
We're
speaking
moving to
of playing
Barbie.
something beautiful, we
Yeah.
move to the lovely.
I'm going to do my America song. We're coming on Memorial Day. You know, I've got to pull out that other song, too, that I do on Memorial Day. At each rising of the sun, I'm thankful for each one of the heroes that shield my home from harm. Founded on a trust in our God to care for us, our USA will rise against all odds. We stand as one, no matter where our family's from. Together we in our diversity stand for the right to be America the free. No matter what our faith or the color of our face, our differences we gladly set aside. In the face of adversity, we stand in unity. In times like these, we're brothers in our cry. We stand as one, no matter where our family's from. Together we in our diversity stand for the right to be America the free. From the totem in the forest green to the steeple in the desert sky, across the golden expansive plains, out of many roar a single cry, cry. We stand as one, no matter where our family's from. Together we in our diversity stand for the right to be America the free.
I just want to add a note for songwriting on that, in that the way you took the C section and managed to get back to your A section it's just brilliant. You know, it's really you don't, as a listener, you're not sure where you're going, but it sounds great the whole time, and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, back to the A. Right, this is cool.
Yeah,
So-
because it goes to the third.
yeah, which is cool and unusual. Yeah,
And the forest
exactly.
green and the steep, and then just go down the scale and then back to the four. That
Yeah, but it works.
grounds you again, that four.
Yeah.
And then do you go back to the 3, 2, 1, 1 minor though, and not major, and then 4, 4, 4, 4, 4,
4,
5. Yeah.
And back to our 1. Yeah, that's
I
so
finally-
that's so cool.
I finally
That-
figured out the melody there that I wanted to sing on "Cry." I was working on that. Finally got it. I think I'm sticking with what I did just then.
It's brilliantly written. I mean, you know that
you.
you're the expert, but just as a person listening, that's amazing stuff.
Thank you.
And speaking of amazing, how about Mr. Keith Dodson, who's unquestionably amazing?
I don't know.
His
I
fingers
question
will
that
never
statement.
leave. His fingers will never leave his hands. I want you to watch that.
Yeah. Can't say the same about my dad. His pinky left him. So
That sounds like a sad song.
yeah.
What
well,
happened? Was he a carpenter?
No, he was a crop duster.
Oh.
And in order to carry as much insecticide as possible, they took everything off the plane that wasn't absolutely needed,
Included his finger?
including the starting motor. So you had to start it by spinning the prop.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, yeah.
So-
Yeah. Talk about a low probability of success activity.
Well,
Yeah.
The thing is, it took me a while to figure that one out because my dad was the greatest storyteller I knew. And by the time I was born, this happened before I was born. By the time I was born and could realize that there was something different about his left hand or right hand, he told me that he had bet the line boy 50 cents that he could stop the propeller with his finger.
Oh,
And he lost 50 cents in it.
yeah. So at least he made some cash out of it. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What total loss?
If you knew my dad, it was the 50 cents that bugged him.
So did he end up with a lung disease of some sort?
No, he did not. But his boss lost the right side of his face to cancer.
Oh my!
He got a contract with the Corps of Engineers to defoliate some land up in Oklahoma, and they gave him 2,4-D, also known as Agent Orange.
Oh God!
And he said he wished he had never taken that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But my dad
Was he a
came out
fighter
all right.
pilot? Was
What's
he a
that?
fighter pilot in the war?
No, he was an aviation ordnanceman. His eyesight was not good enough for combat flight training.
But he could blow shit up, if you'll
Yeah,
excuse the expression.
he could load the bombs, the machine guns, and all that. He just couldn't fly. So, but he was in
He
the
didn't
Navy.
need much eyesight to fly through the fields.
Well, you got to be able to see somewhere.
Yeah,
and-
right. One
And
would
back
hope.
back then, you couldn't wear glasses because if you lost your glasses, you were lost.
Oh.
Now the Marine Corps had that same problem, and they gave you a pocket on each sleeve and a pocket on each leg of your pants to keep four spare pair of glasses. So if you got blowed up, you might have a chance of watching yourself bleed to death. But the Navy pilots, they didn't get those extra pockets, so.
Oh, the
So
stories we
so
hear.
he did the aviation ordnance. Then when he got out of the Navy, his dream was to be a pilot. So he used the GI Bill to get flight training.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So anyway, this is from the 4th chapter of Jonah. This is the chapter that generally gets left out when you think of the story of Jonah. But I think it's the most poignant part of the whole book. So. Jonah, you sit here sulking in the desert, outside the city in a shelter you've made. Why you angry with me? Man, can't you see? Raised up a vine just to give you some shade. Now you think I've only wasted your time, having mercy on people that you think are slain. You say it'd be better if I let you die, just for your sake. I won't buck my compassionate nature. You know very well yourself that it's true. Just think for yourself. When you needed my help, I always came through for you. I called you in Joppa, that wasn't your wish. You sailed away to the city of Tarshish. I gave you 3 days in the belly of a fish, just for your sake. For your second chance I called you again. This time you pretty much did what I said. Well, you went to that city, but without any pity, shouted out that they'd all soon be dead. But an entire city of people was saved. They cried out to me, they were spared from the grave. You say my compassion I should have betrayed, just for your sake. Worms come along and it's made your vine die. Scorching heat and the wind make you cry. Well, you didn't make it grow, but you miss it, I know. Should I not be concerned if a city would die? Now the Bible ends the story right there. As for Jonah's fate, we are all unaware. As for ourselves, we should all be in prayer for everyone's sake. 'Cause in following God, we must give up our way. Listen to his voice and always obey. Serve him alone to the end of our days, for our own sake.
Great song. And yeah, the rest of the story of Jonah is much more interesting and important than the whole fish thing, you know.
Yeah.
That's just the setup, essentially.
This is, yeah, it's the setup for that whole argument.
Yeah. So,
Keith gave me another story.
oh, hold on. Let me go to Harry. Hold on. Wait. Up. No, there we go.
When I was a kid living at home, my father was a self-taught entomologist. He was pretty much an expert on the cotton plant. He was a cotton farmer. And when the guy that was the spray pilot, Dewey Marks, he was a World War II fighter pilot, flew off those aircraft carriers over in the South Pacific. And anyway, he was telling us a story one day. They had flown off. They had gone off on some mission, and they were trying to find the aircraft carrier to come back to the aircraft carrier. And the Japanese were jamming their radios with transmitting, that what they call Tokyo Rose or whatever it was. Anyway, they couldn't tell where the aircraft carrier was, but every now and then there would be a break in the radio transmission from the Japanese, and they could hear the aircraft carrier, and then they were saying, "Christmas is this way. Christmas is this way." That's how they found the aircraft carrier. They zeroed in on that radio signal, and he said they were going in the exactly opposite direction from where they're supposed to go. And it had not been for that break in that radio transmission, they would have perished out there somewhere. They'd have just run out of gas and died. But they turned around and they made it back to their aircraft carrier. But he was talking about the dangerous things out in the field. When they were flying real low to spray that cotton. Out there, they had irrigation wells and stuff out in the middle of the field, and they'd run an electric line all the way out with poles all the way out to that irrigation well. But right where it stopped, there would be a support wire that would run from the top of the pole at an angle down to the ground, and they call those widowmakers. He's always asking if there's any widowmakers. He would know where they were, but that was
the
what
aircraft they flew had sharpened blades on all the wheel struts, and it was designed to cut power lines and telephone
but that
lines.
widowmaker had hit your wing. If you clipped it.
Yeah.
if you was going around and then you didn't see, if you didn't see the Widowmaker, then you hit it with your wing and you were screwed. But anyway, that's my story. I could go on, but I'm not going.
Play us a song.
Oh, it's my song time. Okay. Okay. I was wondering why y'all was looking at me. Okay. Do 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 do. I always hoped she would grow up to be a lady. As I watched her making mud pies in the yard, I couldn't help but laugh the day she started high school. She wouldn't ride with her parents in the car, but she's had me on a string since I first saw her. There wasn't any question from the start. She was a precious little angel sent from heaven, whose mission was to steal her daddy's heart. And tomorrow she'll be going off to college, where some lucky fellow's bound to come along. I forgot my chord. Long. But tomorrow she'll be going off to college. Maybe I figured it out this time. Where the lucky fellow's bound to come along, but his heart won't stand a chance no more than mine did. The first time I held her in my arms, 'cause today she is a beautiful young lady. I've never seen such elegance and charm, and I'll cherish all these memories that she gave me, like watching her making mud pies in the yard. I can see her, she's making mud pies in the yard. Thank you very much. I should have got that chord.
You got it eventually. That was beautiful.
I psyched myself out on that one, didn't I?
You can't think. I mean, you get the conscious brain in there, you forget about it, you know.
Oh, you know.
All right, and to take us home, our newest member, Miss Jenny, give us some words, and then we will go off into Zoom history.
Thank you, kind sir. That was a very precious song, by the way. So Big and Rich is kind of the sound for this, as well as a lot of Tom Petty and his windy voice. So airborne, getting down in the capital, hydro town. Electric phyto, cobalt hypo. Hips twisting, spinning, thinning. Aqua motions, stroke potion. Piranha blanda, not a Honda. Accelerating she only bites to see. Come near her, cuddle clearer. Needs her soulmate, swimming by the gate. Big black and white, orca black and white. Apex predator, take a shiny bite.
I can hear
I don't know
some
what
of
I
that.
write sometimes.
It doesn't matter. I can hear some of that San Antonio influence coming in there from a girl from DC. Where are you in the? Where were from you in the DC area? Are you from?
Maryland,
Where?
PG County.
Okay, yeah. I used to live in beautiful Roslyn, Virginia.
My brother-in-law
But
was in Hyattsville when he was stationed with the
Hyattsville.
Coast Guard.
Sure, sure, sure.
He
I've
also
been to
lived.
Annapolis.
Oh, I love that town. That's
Is
where I
that
went to
before or after
college.
the? Was that before or after the hippie commune in Missouri?
Actually, DC was after, yes.
After, okay.
But Annapolis was before, so both count. That's a great music scene there, you know. At least that was when I lived there, man. There's some really good people wandering around there.
That'd be AMU.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh well, nice. I hadn't had that brain thing spark in quite a while.
I just saw Hairspray, the movie, the other day. It takes place in Baltimore. That's
Yeah.
funny. That's
Yeah,
a great movie.
It's it's charming movie. Charming movie. All right. Well,
Don't
I'd
forget
say
Love and War tomorrow night.
Love and War tomorrow
That's
night.
right.
Oh, quick question. Do I need to bring my newest member, or at least one of the newest members of Dallas Songwriters, and the guy who plays been playing bass with me? Do I need to bring a bass amplifier, or we just plug him in like they plug me in?
They can
I
do
think
it
you just
through a
plug it in.
DI box, but they'll need to have an extra DI box up on the stage.
I would assume that they would, because
They got all that.
I don't
Just
know.
ask the
I
sound
mean,
guy for an extra DI box for a bass.
I know that didn't their bass guy, okay, for the Hall of Fame, didn't they have a bass amp up there?
Yeah, but they got those big speakers if they need them, and they just turn it down low.
Some bass players like to have an amp, even if they're going through a
Yeah.
DI box, because it's a better monitor. A lot
This
of times
is
the
the-
monitors can't handle the low end. So
this is the kind of friend I am. I want you to notice this. I will lug a damn bass amplifier there if he desires that, whatever. He's a terrific guy, and we're working on some songs together. So,
The boys down in Deep Ellum are going to love you.
oh yeah, I probably should bring a bass amplifier. That.
Yeah, you'll have to there.
Walking down the street with the bass amp, you know. Yeah.
Well, you can pull up and unload it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not like it's Marshall amp or something like that.
How big is, my curiosity is killing me. How big is the amp?
I don't know about what.
How does it compare to a twin reverb?
I have no idea. I know nothing about technology, Bill. It's me.
Oh, man.
Come
Is it
on
bigger
now.
than a
It's
red
like
box?
yo by yo, okay?
I personally think he should bring it. I
All
think
right.
he should be responsible for bringing it. That's my personal opinion, though.
Yeah, because you don't have to lug it. I'm the schmo who's got to drag the thing all over the place. Yeah.
some people are still going to insist you plug into the sound system so they can control it. Then you'll need an extra cable to go on the bypass port to your amp so you can use it as a monitor on stage.
Yeah, I'd sure
just-
recommend he bring at least 2 chords.
I just want to notice that my eyes have glazed over.
I'll bet he knows. If he's a bass player, he probably knows all this. So.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of my curiosity killing me, how come he can't carry his amp?
He's doing, this is, I feel like he's doing me a favor. It's really nice it's fun. He's kind of a pal, and this is
He may want to use his own amp too.
yeah, whatever he wants.
So ask him.
Yeah. It'll be fun no matter what.
What are you doing with the bass amp?
Oh, come on, Barbie, I've got every kind of instrument you've ever heard of.
He's got a Hofner, don't you?
Yeah, I got a Hofner. Yeah, it's a Rogue, but it's decent. It's a decent quality bass. It's one of those Chinese things, that's made to be just like a Hofner, and it's nice. I like the acoustic bass sound.
Except it's
I'm not a very
right-handed.
good bass player, but I got it. Very much like the viola and the violin that I have that I'm not very good at. But see, and that, Jenny, to you, don't let not being great at something hold you back. Go ahead and, that's my motto with musical
Just do
instruments.
it.
Just do it. What the hell? You can tell we're obviously a group of really nasty people, so we criticize.
Speak for
All
yourself.
right, everybody. On that, we better say good night, or at least let me get off of Facebook. Okay.
Good night. Peace,
I'm
love,
just
and
stopping us
tie-dye.
off